Okay, hello and welcome to Drunken Dragon Gaming, where the drinks are cold, the meals are warm, and the games are on fire. So today, we've been doing a lot of work in Satisfactory for a while, but we kind of dropped off of it for a bit as we had other games show up interesting us. But we are at the stage to actually finally pull the switch on Phase 4. So we're going to see what happens, but I think we're going to do a little bit of a tour of the area first. So let me get my hellos in here. Let's see. Hello, Blimpy Boy. Hello, Tina Rice. Hey, Beaver, how you doing, buddy? Casper? Man, I hadn't seen you in forever, Casper. Yeah, I mean, it's been like 30 minutes. Let's see. Apex, how are you doing, buddy? Floristic is here. Awesome. All right, guys. So awesome to see all of y'all here. So, without any further ado, I'm going to unmute myself over here on Discord because McSire is also hanging out. So, we're going to, chat with him a little bit when we get ready to pull the switch. So, this could wind up being a shorter stream, and if it is, we'll be doing a second stream shortly afterwards, continuing on our Kingdoms Reborn game, or possibly starting a new one, as we've been informed there's a few other people that'd like to join us in Kingdoms Reborn. Now, where did I put my Discord? There it is. Hello, McSire. How are we doing?
Hi there. Hi there.
All right, we are going to go ahead and join game here. So, Blimpy Boy, it was kind of a community stream build. I had a number of streamers that joined in on it. So it wasn't so much of a community build, but it did wind up having, I think we wound up with, let's see, Casper did some stuff, Bass did some stuff, Floristic did some stuff, McSire did some stuff, of course I did some stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's a significant build area. Hey, Miss Wild, how are you? Rabbit Dog, how you doing, buddy? Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, we didn't build our craziness like we did on Casper server, where we made the where we made the fuel generation out of turbo fuel, and it calculated it to off of one oil node, Floristic, and I spent, oh geez, I think we spent probably close to 20 hours building this thing. But it's got 136 fuel generators running off of one oil node on over on Casper's. All right, let's take a look at where we're at. Where am I? Okay, we got the particle accelerator over here. So that means we are over here next to the nuclear generator, which we never actually got working.
Nuclear generator.
We had plans for it, and then stuff happened. So, but this was going to be where our nuclear generation was. That big platform up there, that was going to be our primary area for the particle accelerators, for handling all the nuclear waste and then converting it all into plutonium. Oh, okay, Blimpy. If you haven't played it since the since update 6, then you'll probably notice some massive changes, because update 7 made a lot of changes. I believe that for the positive. One of the biggest things they gave us a blueprint designer, so now we can build modules for our factories that we can just drop down and have it pre-built. So yeah, y'all can see here where we had the particle accelerators all set up. We're going to run all the stuff up to them. The one where they added the ammo types, I believe that was 5. On 7, they did add in some additional ammo types and some additional grenades. Now, if when we pull the switch, it just ends the game and there's really nothing left to do, then the plan is going to be to actually reset this server. And we're going to start with a fresh build. But I'll pull up the map here. The plan for the fresh build is going to be we're going to drop the hub and the space elevator right here in near the dead center of the map. That's where I'm thinking we're going to start from next time. Because after playing this one, we've seen how the hypertubes and everything have worked for us. And I think that if we manage to drop it in dead center of the map, then we'll have a much better and more enjoyable run.
Or complete utter chaos.
So, and I'm trying to make sure I keep up with the chat here. Okay. All right. All right. Well, let's do a quick little tour. All right. So, obviously, this was going to be the nuclear power plant. I believe on our next build, we'll probably try and be more successful with it now that we know how it's supposed to work. It was a little frustrating because we got it all hooked up. Everything was great. Had a plan. Because apparently now you can actually, toss your nuclear waste into the grinder. However, you can't just send raw nuclear waste into it. Let's see. Let's try this one.
But I thought the point was to try to recycle it so they can reuse it.
Hi, Digger. How are you today? Nice to see you. Now, some of our hypertubes are extra long.
Some. Hey, Stony made some more.
Let me make sure I've got my Discord pulled up. Just in case.
Ooh, I love the red forest. Oh, beautiful.
All right, now back over here.
Where am I being taken to?
All right, this brings us over to Nitro City, where he was doing stuff with the nitrogen gas. Whoa. That was a little bit of lag. That's the other issue that, we've built so much on the game that the dedicated server is starting to choke. So the red forest he's talking about are those trees up there on top of there. And that area up there is kind of roughly where I was thinking about building when we do our fresh start. But you can see these guys did some amazing looking builds here from the outside. You go inside, we've got our trains that have been running. They're probably not running much right now.
Oh wow! Don't know who did this, but he did it crazy.
So here we've got just a really good looking build where they've run their belts nicely. Um, I'm on the wrong side of the ladder.
Nope, that's unloading.
And you can see the reason you saw that little gap there is because they ran the conveyor work in between a little 1 meter area to keep all the conveyors nicely hidden. Thank you, Blimpy. Oh, wait till you see the stuff that Casper built. Casper just went crazy with it and just knocked it out of the park.
Oh, so that's going Casper's area. Okay.
And then up here we got our raw material belts. So it runs it up and then comes back down to be able to get into all of our different pieces. And then the bottom of the factory here is where he brings out his finished product. And you can see where he's just run the belts straight down. And some of these it wouldn't work nice with the conveyor holes. So, oh, there goes the train. It is very loud. Also, we chose not to do anything with trucks or tractors so much. Oh, awesome, Digger. That is fantastic. Yeah, I really enjoyed all the stuff that Doomy's been creating. I'm planning on actually streaming some more Icarus here in the near future as well.
That mean I can go hunt stuff?
Oh, we did. So for our central storage, the way that I've always liked to do it, my goal is always to build what I refer to as a shopping mall.
God, I don't think I can get out of here.
All right. Now, if I keep going this way, I'm going to wind up getting lost, chat. So, let's go get lost. And now, some of these, people weren't interested in using trains or anything to transport goods, so they ran, 3.5 mile long conveyors.
That are not straight.
Oh, awesome, Blimpy. Yeah, well, and I got to do me through Fortizar. So you can already see in the distance this hypertube is going to go a long, long, long ways.
Okay, that didn't give me all resource.
Now I tell you that and I know they haven't given us any promises on date and time. They actually had to delay it. They ran into a lot of challenges with the next update. Update 8, they had originally planned on coming out in late May. Now it's kind of on a indefinite period because they found a bunch of stuff that they need to fix, and they don't want to send it out or even give us an expectation of when it's going to come out until they know what they need to do and how they've got to fix it. Which, personally, I can appreciate that. I appreciate a company that wants to take the time to make sure that what they're putting out is a quality product rather than giving us stuff and going, here, I made something for you in shop. It's falling apart, but here. Ah, yeah, Blimpy. Well, The north is going to be your desert area. The desert has a ton of iron. Has a little bit. It's got a good chunk of copper. I mean, they got the good basics on your iron copper, and it has a lot of it. Not so much with the bauxite. Bauxite is a little bit harder to find out here in the desert. But you can see we're coming through the desert right now. But to the advantage of the desert, you get up to the very, very northern end of it, and you actually have oil. So here's this tube. This brings us out to one of Stoney's builds, and this was his fuel factory that he was working on, which also he did a great job with. Oops. Didn't quite make it. He is close. Oh, he's... Huh. Go on. Get out of the base. Go somewhere.
Is that a spider?
No, one of the big tick-looking creatures. So he built it in a nice spot here. So we pull up the map. We'll take a look at where I'm at. And so I'm over here in this section, okay? And from here you can see we've got the limestone, you got your copper. There's even, water that you can pull over here, but I mean, why when you've got a whole thing here? Although when you do it with this machine requires actually less electricity. Give me a second, I'm being eyeballed by my wife.
Mic off. Mic on.
Sorry, but the wife wanted to know if her making noise making cookies was going to bother me, and I'm going, no, cookies are awesome. Hey, Laura.
Oh God, yeah, they're English.
Now, I mean, it'll bother me if I don't get a cookie, So you can see he's kind of built over here a bit, but a lot of this he did by just transporting goods here. Now,
doing what it should be.
finding my way back to the main hub from here. Exactly, Tina, especially when they're fresh.
You smell it right now.
Yeah, so Blimpy,
right?
I've never actually learned the areas of the biomes, but our main base I built right over here next to the oil islands. You got all that oil right there, and I built the main base right next to it. Cooking noise is the best noise. Well, this week is teacher and staff appreciation week at the school, and my daughter wanted to make some fresh cookies to take to school for her teacher.
Huh. Why is that stuck?
Oh. So, all right, well, with no further ado, we're going to go hit this other tube and hope that we can figure out where it's taking us. Because I have no idea where this tube is going to take me. Because it's not labeled. That one's labeled. This one, no label. So, I have no idea where it's going to take me. And that little lag that you guys see, that is actually from the dedicated server starting to kind of have issues. And it's not so much the dedicated server having issues. Satisfactory has a build limit. It can only have so many built items on it and so much stuff traveling across it. That's also part of the reason that I don't like to have super long conveyors. those super long conveyors, then what the game is trying to do, at least with the current build of the game's actually trying to go ahead and process and build every single item that's in your area, and I mean even stuff that's outside of your eyesight that you can't see. So it takes it a minute to process and try to pull up all this stuff. So if you got conveyors that are running a ridiculously long distance and they're full, then it's trying to sit there and graphically process every single little item on the conveyor belt. All right, so we came out of that tube. Okay, there's a tube over here. What is this place? This is our quartz mine. Okay, this is another one of Stoney's. He did a really nice job with this. This is primarily just for silica, and the silica is primarily just for processing bauxite.
Yeah, he wanted to have a refined version that made a ton. He was very adamant about that.
Oh, I just reminded you have cookies, Laura. So, Blimpy, after our go-through on this one, putting a lot of thought into it, when we start our fresh one, instead of putting it out on the Gold Coast, because, you know, you get to the later game, you're really starting to have to access all the different areas of the map. Right, exactly. So for me, I found that I like to have mini factories along the way. Not many as in lots of them, but mini as in miniature factories. Miniature factories, each one's kind of dedicated to making its own little thing, and then take that finished product and have that ran out to different places. Which for me is why it's kind of vital to build my little base factories for, you know, iron plates and that kind of stuff. Go ahead and get that stuff running and in their own little separate factories, and then have the finished product actually get transported out to wherever we need it to go, which is much easier to do when you have trucks, trains, that kind of stuff to be able to transport it. Okay, so out here, this was where, you know, all these pipes are taking us to Stoney's creative area. So out here, this is where Stoney decided he wanted to actually try his hand at building a fuel factory and do his refinery and actually get the fuel generation going. So you can see here that he's also running bauxite. Oh no, that's copper powder. Yeah, he did a lot of stuff over here. This particular zone has got so much going on. I mean, he has the control rods being made. He's got the mixers running down there, and built this all right on top of the water. So if we come over here a little bit farther, because we unlocked all the stuff in the awesome sink, these floors are made out of glass, so you can build right on top of the water and see straight through them, which I think is just really cool. I think it gives a very nice look to a factory. Yeah, I hear you, Blimpy. Yeah, and mega factories also are absolutely a great option to go with. But mega factories, I found that you've got to, let me get away from that, that's really loud. I found that with mega factories, you got to really kind of plan out exactly how big you're going to go. You know, if you're going to build up or out, and go ahead and have a gauge on exactly how big of a footprint you want your mega factory to have, and then build up and work that way. At least that's what I found in the past. And myself and Floristic, we both really thoroughly enjoy Satisfactory. It's probably one of our favorites to play, which is why, you know, we typically don't have an issue when we're going to go, okay, well, that was awesome. We're going to start a fresh game now. You know, we've never actually taken it all the way here to the end to phase 4, though. Neither one of us has made it to this point. So, now let's see where this takes us. Yeah, so Blimpy, one of the big things to keep in mind, at least that's what I've found, is your power shards. Those power shards make all the difference. Uh, a lot of times the guys were building their factories, and then what would happen is they would ask me to log in to come and take a look at what they had built and have me tweak it to get it with its maximum efficiency because they like me doing the math. Yeah. Time being is phase 8, which phase 4 is the ending that I know of. I believe what you're thinking of is tier 8. Oh yes, the underwater tubes. Those are always fun. And so Blimpy, I don't know if you were listening on earlier, but I did want to make sure, and I'll make sure everybody else is watching right now, that like I said at the beginning, this may wind up being a shorter stream. I'm not certain. If it does, I plan on starting up a stream pretty much immediately afterwards of Kingdoms Reborn, which is a game that I've been playing with McSire. Exactly, Digger. Oh, this is a long tube. So that was McSire's ammunition base. That big red base you see there. That's where he set up an entire factory built for nothing but making ammunition.
Hey, if it shoots things, it's good.
So, sorry, Chad, I keep on swinging left to right to make sure I'm not missing any of the factory builds. I do love the look of McSire's build even from a distance. I mean, that looks just really cool even from a distance. You know, I've seen where some people have played and gone, well, why would I paint my factory? I don't know. So that you know which one it is. Yeah, we got hyper tubes going all over the place here. So, all right, so looking over here to the right of us, that is one of Casper's big factories that he made. I got a feeling this tube is taking me back to the main base. Oh, yeah. Oh, up above there, that's where I made my little battery factory for the drones that we barely use. This is a gorgeous build that Stoney made for all the aluminum stuff. Oh, okay, this drops me off into aluminum. Let's get out of that. Yeah, you like how, as we had discussed in some of the playing, we needed to. Oh, thank you, Digger. Um, yeah, we're actually close to the conclusion of the game. What I'm planning on doing is we're going to do a fresh start on it, probably in the coming week or two. I've got another game that's going to be occupying a lot of my time after Tuesday. I'll be streaming a whole ton of Age of Wonders 4. At least that's my plan. Um, but yeah, we're going to do a fresh build just to, kind of see if we can work our conveyors a little different, work our math a little different. But this factory is actually designed specifically for making our gas masks and the filters that need to go into them. So I'm going to hoof it by foot back to the main base because we're actually fairly close. You can see where he built all kinds of stuff over here just trying to make stuff happen. So, yeah, and he even set this thing up to be a kind of a manual build for some stuff that he was doing. And now you can see his little arrows here. This is your first look at it, first time seeing it. This arrow, these little arrows you see, these are for a tractor that we had set up to be automatic. All right, Blimpy. Hey, thanks for swinging by. So here you can see the space elevator. It extends all the way up into the sky. That's where the main base is, and that's also where the shopping mall is. This last building here that you see before we get to the main base, that is specifically for making Caterium wire. Also where we put all of our batteries. The big batteries that actually hold power for the power stations. And you can see here we even kind of lit up the base a little bit, gave it a little shaping. That's all McSire's doing, which looks really awesome. Kind of gives it that modern day factory look. All right. Levy says he needs to see the shopping mall. So inside here is my shopping mall. So we got it all nicely lit and built it 4 high, because of machines and stuff, but that way you can kind of hide things. And then over here we got the industrial containers. And I was okay with the clipping. The clipping's actually on purpose, because then you can just kind of see the industrial storage container, but it just looks like kind of just barely pokes out of the wall. And then we threw a sign on every single one of these to go, all right, I got concrete here, got my copper sheets, copper wire, cabling, screws, all this stuff gets fed into here. And then on the other side, you can see where we got our motors and stuff. Some of these, the reason it has an X on it is because it had a goal that it was going to be destined for, and then it became a dump, where people were just kind of dumping their pockets into it. And then down here, you can see where McSire set us up with all the different rebars. Which is awesome.
Was annoying. That actually was annoying to me.
So now we'll head upstairs. So originally we had made a hypertube hub over here. This is where the hypertubes originally came in at. And you see McSire even put up signs for us. Do you have everything? But instead we had to make some other changes. Missing fuel or ammo. Yeah. But, over here, missing fuel or ammo, then you can take a look in these other boxes, and they've got fuel and ammo in them. So you can make sure you pick up some fuel and ammo on your way upstairs to our new hypertube chamber that has everything kind of labeled nicely. And the goal was that we were actually going to move all this over to a larger hypertube hub that was more centrally located.
Well, someone actually did make a hub.
Oh, yeah.
Finished it.
Casper made the hub, but we never got it finished. And then, we got to this point. So here we are, giant space elevator. All right. Well, I guess this is what everybody came here for. So let's go and hit the big button. Oh, final phase of early access. Employee of the planet. Delivery will unlock a small reward in the awesome shop. All right. I love this. The fact that, we send stuff into space with using giant rubber bands. I hear you, Digger. All right, so there is nothing left to do in this early access. Other than let's go take a quick glance in the awesome shop And let's see what it gave us. Okay, nothing there. This is going to be in the specials. Nothing there. I don't see anything there. Oh, there it is. The Employee of the Planet Cup. We get a golden coffee cup. Let me grab a couple coupons. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we've been leaving this running for a while, huh? 331 coupons. Yeah, so there you go, Blimpy. Take a look at the number of points that we need till the next coupon. All right, let's get our cup. Oh, look at that. Nice, shiny coffee cup.
Cheers.
So, we'll go ahead and get another one of these. Here, Mixar.
Oh, I already got one.
There's the golden one. No, you got a regular coffee cup.
No, I got the golden one.
No, the one you got in your hands. The one in your hand is a regular coffee cup.
Yeah, it looks like you got the regular one too.
Oh.
Ah, it's a visual only for yourself.
Oh, okay.
Mic off.
And I have noticed that our characters, I think, are females. I really do think they're females.
Yeah, I think you're right. Either that or just really, really buff. So this has been awesome. I enjoyed kind of doing the tour here with you guys. So, hey, Bill, how you doing? So, like I said, guys, I thought this was probably going to wind up being a shorter stream. Now that we know this is complete, I'll be messaging all the guys that have been playing Satisfactory with me and let them know that I'll be doing a fresh restart. Yeah, exactly, Floristic. Like I said, if you guys can give me, let's see, it's a little after 6 for me. If y'all can give me about 20, 30 minutes, we'll start up a fresh stream and probably pull up. Oh, absolutely, Digger. I think we're going to probably wind up pulling up Kingdoms Reborn, and which is also a multiplayer game. So I'm looking forward to playing some of that this evening as well. Oh, exactly, Blimpy. Yeah, I see. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much, and hopefully I'll see y'all back here in about 30 minutes or so.